What did your job want you to hide from customers? I work at a place that makes artisan French fries. For the last year or so, we've advertised plain old red potatoes as Laura potatoes, which are similar but 1000x better. A red potato is red on the outside and white/starchy like a russet on the inside. A Laura potato is red on the outside and gold, buttery, smooth, all around awesome on the inside. It's implicit, but we're pretty much encouraged to just lie to people. We only got called out once when an actual potato farmer came to eat there, but other than that, we mostly get away with it. The injustice of it all. I knew a guy that was a biologist for the Fish and Game Department of State. He was out on vacation once and saw State black bass on the menu. There's no such fish. So he argued with the manager who said, "What are you, the fish police?" My friend yelled out, "I work for F&G for the state of State, so, yeah, I am the fish police." The cup of soup and bowl of soup were the exact same size. People would pay more for a bowl, and just get a cup of soup in a bowl that was shorter and wider at the bottom than the cup. At TruGreen they told us to tell customers rain won't wash away the liquid fertilizer and weed control we spray. But it does. A simple Google search will tell you. They also tell customers we can kill crabgrass and other grassy weeds. What they don't tell you is that when grassy weeds die they don't wilt away. They turn purple, but they will still be there. I worked at McDonald's and they taught me how to pinch the fry carton just right while putting the fries into them so that it looked full, but actually wasn't. I only had one customer call me out on it. He shook the fries out into his bag and poured them back into the fry carton himself and it only filled up halfway, so I had to give him more fries. I was impressed and embarrassed. It's been 7 years and I can still see his face. I hated that practice and basically refused to do it. Never got fired, but managed to have a few customers ask me when my shifts were the next week so they could have me filling their fries. The fries were dirt cheap too. Case held 6 bags, each bag made 8 or 12 baskets, and each basket made 4 to 5 large fries filled my way. They only cost $20 a case, so if they just filled them like I would they would net $288 with all conservative numbers 8,4,1.5 and assuming they were all sold in meals. This is coming from management side because I was shipping manager so I had to know all this. I absolutely hated working at Mickey's so I would overfill fry boxes as much as possible, fill drinks properly to the top instead of just what the machine automatically dispenses, and I'd always give extra flurry toppings to nice customers and little kids etc. Basically I provided great customer service but it made me an employee in my manager's opinion. When I still worked there, Staples charged $160 for basically running Malwarebyte and Cleaner and called it virus removal, and I think most people know $160 was for that, but it was always the old people that got screwed with that BS. Worked at a bike rent shop where we told customers we sanitized the helmets we rented via heat treatment. Heat treatment consisted of having some sorry high schooler run up to the top of the building, essentially the attic of this old wooden structure, and just leave them in boxes, or, if they were wet, hung from nails to drip and dry. I've worked for 2 separate escape rooms. Everyone who didn't get out got really close. Usually we'll show you what you missed if there's only a few puzzles left. If we don't show you anything it's because we didn't want to make you feel bad. I used to work in a jewelry shop that sold cheap Chinese silver/gold painted plastic jewelry, none of it being real metal, but every sale I had to upsell one of these $5 polishing cloths. You can't polish a turd. The only thing this cloth did was rub the cheap paint off the plastic faster. I felt like such a con artist. Worked in a restaurant that also did catering. People would come in for tastings regularly for things like weddings and we'd give them samples of some of our food. The big thing at these tastings was the cheesecake, which was made in-house to be served in the restaurant and was pretty great. What we didn't tell them was that for catering events, we bought pre-made cheesecakes instead. I think they were Marie calendars. Basically we'd sell them on our cheesecake then give them something less good that was easier/cheaper for us. Honestly, we were stretching ourselves a little thin with catering. It was always a mess trying to get all the food prepared as well as run the restaurant. We had one chef who worked every single day and the waiters doubled as caterers, sometimes working long wait and catering shifts back to back. I work at a shoe store, and we recently got a shipment of clearance sandals, aka years-old sandals they had shoved in some warehouse. As I was putting them out I noticed some had green stuff all over them. Mold. We were instructed by corporate to wipe it off and sell them anyway. Luckily my manager is sane and refuses to put out the moldy shoes, but still some sketchy. Worked at a nursery, plants, not babies, that sold Christmas trees in winter. We had to have 2 employees per customer in the lot at all times. One to talk to and distract the customer, the other to hold up the particular tree they were interested in and shake the rats out while said customer was distracted. Basically these people were buying $50 rat nests to put in their house.